All right, hey everyone, what's up? It's Tim with the Juice in your facility programming. I want to go over everything coming up in April, including our deload right after the open, starting up into our retesting cycle, building into the start of the training cycle, and what this looks like and where we're going right now. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen here. And here, we're already on testing week. Let's go back real quick. We finished the open up right here. We went through everything. We did a good job uh, getting through some stuff. Yes, we got some props for some of the things we did, including the barbell complex right here with the clean extension, the hang clean, and power clean that we did Tuesday before the open was done. You're welcome. Uh, yeah, I take no credit in that. First 2 weeks after the open are our deload. So they are by design not in order, right? We always want to balance long-term progression. Everything's thought out, done the right way, with a little bit where we're leaning more on variance behind the scene, back behind where the Wizard of Oz is, where they see you putting together all their stuff. We're still making sure everything's right. We're not just scrambling up and pulling out ping pong balls, right? We still know it's good, but there's not a 3-week sequence of what's happening here. Let's be a workout the next day will still fit. So if you look at Tower of Power, a back squat, strength endurance workout, what's the day before? Strict Lin, heavy upper body pull push. So those two obviously balance each other out well. Then we have a 20-minute full body AMRAP the next day. So those three, you still see that everything's in order like you like it, but we're not just going next because of progression, because we did that, and especially through the open. I want to reset and recharge people. Up next, another week of deload. We did a couple weeks just because after testing to start the year off, into the testing cycle, into the open, sometimes it can get a little much on people. Want to make sure to balance it. Your gym is their favorite part of their day and their third place that they come to, along with the training that they know they need. So that's behind that. Let's get into testing week here. This week we have a few different pieces. The overall theme of the spring testing cycle for 2021 is we are going to be rebuilding a lot of absolute strength, and structural balance will be the big, meaning like resistance training aspects here. Closer towards competitions and stuff, we get a little more into maybe strength endurance pieces or mixed modal parts, but we're a little more away from that as a primary piece, because we know that most people, what hurt them on the barbell complex? Couldn't get enough load up there, right? And maybe some movement pieces like on the wall walks, which will be in here. We've always had those in. Some positional pieces in gymnastics and efficiency weren't there. So we're trying to rebuild them, get their bodies healthy so they can do this for a long time with you. Monday, we have back squats. We're building up to a 1-rep max. And of course, we have fitness, performance, and sport and everything. So fitness will almost always be a strength endurance piece for absolute strength. So if it's a 1-rep max back squat, it'll be a 5-rep max back squat at tempo, putting them in that really 20 to 30 second time under tension range for our newer athletes. There are people looking more for body composition and weight loss. Back squat neuromuscular endurance test. That means we're going to do a certain amount of reps, how good they are relative to their 1-rep. That gives you a good insight into people. Some people have a high 1-rep with a fast fall off, other not quite as high, but they can hit it over and over again. And for the sport of fitness, that's actually really superior, is being able to be resilient in that aspect. And then the one little lactic power mix piece here is called It Gets Worse 2020, because 2020 wasn't bad enough. 20 calorie row, high effort, 20 dumbbell alternating leg split cleans, 2 dumbbells, hang clean into a full split lunge there, into 20 lateral burpee box jump overs. We're looking for about a 5 or 6 minute time frame on this one. Should be hard, should be nasty, right? The next day, after heavy lifting, we have structural balance work. We have sub-maximal strength endurance work with single leg RDL and bent over row. So hinging strength and pulling strength. And what we see there, that builds up into Helen, which Helen is the aerobic power and muscle endurance variation of strength endurance RDL and strength endurance bent over rows. So we have that. That means, can they make those contractions totally sustainable? On Helen, that's who does it well, right? You make pull-ups or rest, the kettlebell swings are rest, and the run, you're pushing it hard because the run is most of the workout. After that, we had a slow absolute strength contraction on Monday, strength endurance on Tuesday, From the hanging position, hang squat clean for a strength speed contraction on Wednesday with CP battery, right? We had lactic power and endurance, aerobic power on Tuesday. Now it's CP battery called 8-to-1 odds. 8 front squats from the ground. So pick it up. As long as you don't drop it, you can squat it out. Front squats, shoulder to overhead into 8 thrusters and 777. Obviously, it won't be unbroken. It is challenging. I want it to be heavier than Fran because we will be retesting Fran during this cycle along with Grace. There will be lighter than Grace for most people because the squat's a big limiter, and obviously it's 108 reps total versus Grace is just 60, 30, and 30, right? There. What else is good about it being heavier here on the front squat for the strength endurance piece there is we're building up the engine on Monday with that 20-20-20 piece, and we're building up on Friday with our 1K row. 5 minutes, and I'll be right in, okay? Sorry. Thursday, we have our close grip bench press. Here again, same thing now. We have upper body horizontal pushing to a 1 rep max, along with an odd object gone bad workout. And it's 4 sets through, a minute per station. Air bike, dumbbell man makers, into wall walks, into ring dips. So a lot of upper body work here, balancing out earlier parts of the week. Upper body work's going to balance out what really good? Deadlift for a 1 rep max on Friday. So we had our fast contraction on Wednesday with a squat, hang squat clean, slow upper body max contraction Thursday, and the slowest, heaviest on Friday, followed by a little more hinging, a 1K row. So lactic, power lactic endurance, depending on the individual right there at the end of that workout, which we build those up. Those are the pure pieces we build. We turn that into fitness and conditioning as it goes on. And then finally, a little more balancing sub-maximal on Saturday, single arm press, rear foot elevated split squat, which is going to be more anterior loaded versus a posterior chain, absolute hinging on Friday. So there's more balance there into a mixed modal contraction piece called jump squat kip. 40 double unders, 20 wall ball, 10 toes to bar. And that is the week. Yes, you can move things over. Yes, you can adjust them for your gym. Absolutely, that's how we're doing it. But this is how I laid it out, and that's why I laid it out that way. As we progress in, the first week here is a little rebuilding there for everyone. So you'll see kind of some functional bodybuilding a lot. We're not doing that all cycle, but obviously a big focus on body composition is in there. But let's go to the next week here after a little bit of rebuild. Yes, it is some pressing for 5 rep max, a heavy front squat, more heavy strength endurance bench press, Karen, a running Grace, a pull-up density workout. So there's a lot of other pieces getting more CrossFit in there as we rebuild people, and that's how we do the balance to keep them in your gym for a long time. And that is April. If you have questions, let me know. Look forward to getting you and your members rocking it this month.